Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I got a special one for you today. First off, apologies if it sounds like I'm not enthusiastic like I normally am. I'm still feeling under the weather, and it's a process. We're gonna get back to top shape, but right now we are at mid-tier. So since I feel like crap, I thought I'd throw on my onesie, my Christmas onesie, feel comfortable. Also, it makes me feel a little bit more like a child, which the topic of this video, some may say, is for children. But again, it's not. They would never know. They don't get it. Anyways, today I am going to be walking through on how Super Auto Pets work. Thanks to Winking Owl for this suggestion. I do realize that maybe the first video I posted was a little bit confusing to some if you don't understand the game at all. I know I've tried explaining it to multiple people and I'm like, you just have to see it, and then they see it and they're just like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, so I will be going through on how to play Super Auto Pets piece by piece, I guess. For starters, what is Super Auto Pets? Super Auto Pets is, well, here, I'll just read off the Steam profile. According to Steam's About This Game section, in Super Auto Pets, you battle against other players at your own pace in this free-to-play chill auto battler. In Super Auto Pets, you build a team from a lovable cast of animals who will fight for you. They each have unique abilities, so choose wisely who will join your team. It still sounds like it's for children, but I assure you it's not. So since that's kind of the most minimal level of knowledge or understanding that you can have with the game, let's hop into a game and let's walk you through it. How about that? Let's walk you through it. All right, so this here is the home screen. There are two separate modes to the game. There's arena mode, which is against random people, and then there's versus mode, which is kind of like a private match where you can set up against one other person, or you can have a whole lobby of people and you just cycle through, and it's kind of almost like a tournament. There are achievements to the game. There's two different levels of achievements. There's the ribbon, and then there's the normal, like, whited out, like everything's lighter and all that stuff. So the first level, like with the ant, beaver, and blowfish, I've gotten these to level 3, which you'll see what I'm talking about. And with the caterpillar, I've not only gotten it to level 3, but you get a second sticker, which is the ribbon, for winning the arena as well. There are technically 2 packs, and yes, there is a pack that you have to pay for. This here, the standard pack, is just, I mean, they've done some updates, so there are some more animals from this expansion pack, but this is just the one that the game comes with. You don't need to buy both. It's not like a pay for win or pay to win, honestly. They call this one pay to win, but a lot of people believe the standard pack is better. Expansion pack, it's like $5. And it's just a different cast of animals. Like, there's just a couple different special animals. Have I mentioned this game's free? You can do some customization type stuff. Like, you can use different hats. So every time you play a game, if you win or however many crowns, which I'll describe the crowns in a sec, you get points. And you can spend it on customization stuff in the game. Since it is winter, I'm just going to spend 100. And we're going to get a nice little toque, nice little winter hat. There are backgrounds that you can play on, all this stuff. There are different arena styles. All right, so let's get into a game. So when you load up a game, you start off. These top 5 squares are where your animals are going to go. This is the shop where you buy animals. And this is like kind of buffs, boosts almost. Food acts as a boost in this game. Top left, we have our coins. We have 10 of them every round. We have hearts, which is how many lives you had, or how many lives you have, which will go up incrementally when you keep going throughout the game. If you lose a round, you will lose hearts. If you win a round, you don't lose any. And if you draw a round, you don't lose any. Your trophies here, 0 out of 10. Your goal is to win 10 rounds. And if you win 10 rounds before you lose all your hearts, it's like kind of like a winner chicken dinner victory royale, if you will. This right here is the amount of turns that have passed since you've started the game. You can roll the shop and you can end the turn. This right here, the little dice next to the animals just shows what tier of animal they are. Obviously, as you progress through the game, you can get higher tiered animals. As you can see, each one has an ability, like the horse. When you summon, here, I'll just show this one in action. So I'm gonna buy a horse. Not the greatest as far as I was concerned, but it might be a little better. It does have 1 extra attack now since the last time I played. The gray is the attack, red, health. friend summoned, give it +1 attack until the battle ends. And this is what it means by summoned, when it enters this lineup. So, I'm going to pick the fish, and I'm going to put the fish up here. And because of the ability, it gives it +1. That's another thing. You can hold stuff so when you roll, it doesn't roll over. I'm going to freeze that. Okay. Now, I'm going to buy this horse and do this, because then it helps. If I drag it onto this one, as you can see, this bar fills up. One more horse makes this a level 2, which makes this ability not give +1, but give +2. It upgrades your abilities while also upgrading your stats a little bit. So I'm going to end turn. I fully expect to lose this turn. You can choose your name between these kind of randomized presets. So I'm going to go with, obviously, the Delicious Housewives. The name means nothing. It's just, it's fun for you. What happens? You come up against another team, and they fight based off the stats. Which this next round, I'll slow it down, and I'll show you what that entails. So I'm going to buy this fish. I'm going to buy this cricket. I'm going to roll once. And because of the level up ability, I'm going to freeze that cricket first because I'd like that next turn. I'm going to buy the fish. And then I'm going to combine these fish. Because they give he gives that +1/+1. And I'm then going to freeze this shrimp. As you can see, because I combined my fish to level 2, that gave me a level 3 or a level 2 unit, a tier 2 unit by the 2 dice here on the shrimp. So it's a little bit higher of a rarity animal. And what this animal does is when you sell a friend, or when you sell one of your animals, it gives another random animal +1 health for the rest of the game. Normally, you would only get tier 2 after round 3, but because I combined that fish, it kind of speeds up that process. It's a little trick to get your animals better quicker. So as you can see, this fish is about to attack, and this fish and this ant are about to go up against one another. Because I have 5 attack and it has 1 health, I'm going to kill it. But because this ant has 2 attack and 5 health, and 5 health on my fish is going to go down to 3. And because of the ant's ability, it's going to give one of these +2/+1. So now that fish is big. Again, that otter didn't have enough attack to kill my fish, but my fish had enough to kill the otter, so it keeps going. And my fish is going to kill this beaver, but because the beaver has 4 attack and my fish has 1 health, my fish is gone as well. So they trade. This cricket is going to do 3 damage to the fish. And the fish is going to have 2 health left. However, my cricket will summon a 1/1. And because the horse gives a friend that is summoned +1, this cricket will kill this fish. Making me win because I'm left with the animal. I'm the only one with animals left. So that's a win. And that's essentially how the game works. I'm going to buy this cricket, which it will get an upgrade. I'm going to buy this horse, which it will get an upgrade. I'm going to combine this horse, which will then give me this blowfish, which I want to use. We will now lose 2 hearts for every loss. So this mosquito starts the battle off shooting a random projectile at mine for a 1 damage hit. And since none of them have 1 damage, it doesn't kill anything. My fish going up against this flamingo, my fish will win. This flamingo gives +1/+1 to these 2 because that's its ability when it faints. This will be a trade. This will also be a trade. But my cricket summons a 1/1 when it faints. And the ant gives off stats when it faints. My horse will give +2 to this cricket. This mosquito will kill this zombie cricket. But this cricket will kill the mosquito, summoning yet another cricket. having the horse buff the cricket, killing the pig. And that's another win. And now I'm going to combine the cricket to make space for this shrimp. And when I make space, so the shrimp gets that buff, and when I make space for the shrimp, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this honey pot on this shrimp. And what the honey pot does is when this shrimp dies, it summons a 1/1 bee, which when you have a horse, getting as many things to summon in game as you can is very, very big. So I'm also going to put it on my pufferfish, my blowfish. I'm going to roll one. I'm then going to freeze this and freeze that. So I'm going to turn on autoplay, but just not the speed up. So this fish is going to kill the swan. This cricket's going to kill the dodo. This cricket's going to kill that swan. Summon a cricket and get the buff. It's going to hit that elephant. Summon the bee. It's another win. So that's the general gist of this game, and you just keep going until the battle ends. So this is where it's going to get tricky. You can sell your animals, like I've said. I'm going to sell this fish. And when you buy animals, it costs 3 gold. When you sell the animal, you normally only sell them for 1. But since it's a level 2, it sells for 2. So I will have 12 gold at the start of this turn, essentially. So I'm going to sell this fish, and there's a reason for that. Because of the selling, the shrimp gives +1 health to any random, and it hit the horse. I'm going to buy this sheep, because when it faints, it summons 2 rams that are 2/2. So it summons 2 friends. It summons 2 animals, which with a horse, this is why something like this is called a summons build. So I'm going to do this and put it right here. If I were to put it at the front, it would only summon 1 ram, because you have to have space for the 2. So it will faint, and it will summon a ram here where it was and in front of it. I'm going to buy the cricket to make it a level 2. I'm going to freeze the penguin. I'm going to roll once. Honestly, I'm going to sell the blowfish to give me 1, because it buffs something. I'm going to buy the otter. The otter gives +1/+1 when I buy it to a random unit of mine. So I buy it. It gives it to the shrimp. It gets a buff, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to sell it right away. Because when I sell it, the shrimp gives off a +1 health. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this penguin. Because this penguin, when I end the turn, any animal that I have that is level 2 or level 3 will get a +1/+1 buff. So my horse and my cricket will get a +1/+1. This is what is called in Super Auto Pets scaling. You want to get stuff that will give you passive upgrades, stuff that you don't have to buy this, or you don't have to buy animals to get the upgrades on your stats. So when I roll, I'm going to freeze that since I have that. I'm going to end my turn, which the penguin give +1/+1. So my cricket's now pretty big, and it wins. It dies. The spider spawns in something else. The cricket spawns in, kills it. So my ram kills that, or my sheep kills that sheep. We both have a level 2 horse. So these are going to trade off. This shrimp is going to die, but the bee comes in for a 3. It's going to kill that. And this is a draw. This is a draw. So we both have no animals left. It's no penalty. It's no reward. So I'm going to buy the sheep. Unfreeze that. Buy the shrimp. Roll 1. Roll 1. Some rounds you don't do as much as others. So this might be a loss. So this cricket is going to... Okay, so we're going to quick pause it. So that dodo gives 50% of its attack. So 3 or 2, I don't remember which one it did, to the unit in front of it. So it gave that to the swan. So that's why this swan's so big. When the turtle faints, it gives melon armor to the unit behind it. So this swan will have melon armor. So essentially, for the first hit, it has 26 health. Because the melon armor will take 20 damage less for 1 hit. But once I hit it, it's gone. So it won't take any damage and will kill this cricket. Like that. But now it doesn't have melon armor anymore. Sheep's going to take out their big unit. These two will take out the dodo. This shrimp will take out the sheep, which will spawn a bee, but will also spawn 2 rams. This is a draw. Alright, I'm going to turn on fast play to get through these faster in this next round. So, what this is, and what I'm going to do, it may seem weird, but I promise it's not. I'm going to sell this penguin. And I'm going to buy the whale. So what the whale's going to do is I'm going to have it here. I'm going to actually have it behind this sheep because my sheep is the weaker of the two, and I'd love to have that 6/9 at the front. This whale, at the start of the battle, will swallow the friend ahead of it. So it will swallow this sheep, and since the sheep faints, it will summon 1 ram since there's only space for 1 ram. And then when the whale dies, it will spawn in a sheep at 2/2, which then when the sheep dies again, it gives me 2 more rams. So essentially, it's like instead of this sheep only summoning 2 rams when it dies, or being technically 3 units, it's going to end up being basically 4 units. I'm actually going to do this. This canned food will give all the current, like it basically just gives all animals in the shop +2, +1 from here on out. So it upgrades your shop. Buy another horse to upgrade. I'm going to freeze the apple. Unfreeze the apple, freeze the pear, freeze the dolphin, because I think I'm going to shy away, and I'm probably going to sell the ram after the, or sell the whale after this. So fast play. This is what I normally play on. This is how it looks when I play normally. A lot of stuff happening. Takes off the melon armor, grab that, and that's a win. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the ram, which gives that to the cricket. I'm going to go up here, buy both of these deer, because the deer, when it faints, it will summon a 5/5 bus with splash attack or a chili pepper on it. So then the splash attack makes it so that it hits 2 enemies instead of 1. You'll see when it gets in the game. Then I'm actually going to sell this, buy the dolphin, and then I'm going to buff the dolphin. So when the dolphin at the beginning of the round will shoot a 5-point projectile at something, so it killed their deer since their deer was weak, and that's where the splash attack comes in. So it took out 2 units, which is really nice because I didn't want to fight that other one, and that deer was eaten by the whale, so then it spawns in another deer and another bus. Bump up the whale. Give 3 random pets +1/+1. So that's some nice scaling. That's a nice little addition. Roll once again. I'm going to freeze the sushi, buy this cricket, and freeze that cricket. I don't know if this is going to be a win or not, because that garlic armor makes it so that this fish takes less. So basically all of its units take less damage, which is unfortunate, but actually this is a win. It's actually a pretty easy win. Pretty big win. That whale swallowing something that spawns something else is it's a pretty big deal. So I'm going to use this to upgrade my shop animals. I'm going to buy the cricket. I'm going to buy the horse. I'm going to roll again. I'm going to use these 2 sushis right away if I don't get anything good. So hopefully in this next shop, I get a cricket or I get another horse. So then I get level 3s on either one of them. That's a big buffalo, and it's going to hurt a little bit. But it's fine, because I think it's still a win because I have another deer. So spawns that. Yeah, it's a win. So it's a little closer of a win, but it's still a win. So now I'm on 7 trophies. As you can see, if we lose 3 hearts. Beautiful. We have another cricket. So that's a level 3 cricket. So it will summon a 3/3. And honestly, here, this is what we're going to do. Freeze it. Roll. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sell the horse. The horse has really served its purpose. And I'm going to buy this gorilla. And when the gorilla, it gets hurt, it will gain coconut shield. it will ignore damage. So let's say a unit with 3 attack hits it. It will go down to 9 attack. It will gain coconut and ignore attack the next. So then we'll stay at 9 after gaining basically probably 2 kills. I'm honestly going to freeze the tiger because I'm probably going to pivot. I'm probably going to get rid of the cricket. My level 3 cricket is honestly a 1-turn thing. And that's the other thing you got to focus on. If you don't want to always ride with units forever. Holy shit. This is a big team we're coming up against. This is an easy win for them. Easy win for them. We're going to sell that. We're going to sell that. So we're going to put this up front. We're going to buy the boar, which I've never used the boar because that's a new unit since the last time I played. We're going to get the tiger. So when the boar, before it attacks, it will gain +2/+2. So as long as it doesn't die on that first turn, it will get multiple buffs. This tiger cub, this friend, so the dolphin, will repeat its ability in battle as if it was a level 1. So since it's a level 1, it will shoot 2 projectiles of 5. Nothing of interest, gonna use a sushi. So now we're down to 7 hearts, and we gotta win 3 more games. And it's a beefy team. My team is not scaled really all that well. And as you can see, because of the double hit, that dolphin killed something. That's nice. Still lost pretty heavily. It's okay, we're transitioning. It's a transitional period. Honestly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine that. I'm going to actually sell the gorilla. I'm going to use the sushi. I'm going to buy the cow, because when you buy the cow, it will replace these, or it will replace the shop with 2 free milks, and so these are free, and I get +1/+2 on whatever I put it on. So then I'm gonna buff the boar, since it's already got that. I'm gonna sell the cow to get 3 gold again, and I'm gonna buy the shark. And honestly, we're gonna do this. So the shark, when one of these friends faint, it gets +2/+1. And since the tiger's in front of it, basically when one of these faint, so technically the deer's 2 units, the boar is a unit, and the dolphin's a unit. So 4 units ahead of it will faint, which means it will get +8/+4. But because the tiger's behind it, it will actually get +16/+8. So this is where you have to learn how to position your animals in a fashion that will lead you to the greatest results. And this is not good because that's a monstrous hippo. This is a loss. This is pretty easily a loss. Because every time the hippo gets a kill, it gains +4/+4 at level 2. So this is the issue I'm running into. These the units are way higher than mine. So I'm actually going to buy the shark. I'm going to sell the deer because I'm going to grab the scorpion, and as long as nothing snipes the scorpion, like if they have a dolphin and it hits the scorpion, it's dead, most likely. The scorpion will kill the first unit no matter what because it has the poison attack on it, which is knock out any pet hurt by this. I'm going to put protection on my tiger. So if the tiger for some reason gets hit by something that's 7 or more damage at the beginning of the round, it will come back as a 1/1 because that's realistically all we need the tiger there for. All the tiger there for is to ensure that this shark gets its when friends faint buff twice every time. So next time I lose, the game's over. Which they have a fly, which might lead me to lose because the fly will spawn in a 10/10 fly every time I knock out one of its animals. Yeah, this is a loss. Unfortunately. Had a good start, but came up against some very tough things at the end. And yeah, that's essentially Super Auto Pets. Hopefully that helped out with explaining like kind of what Super Auto Pets is and how it works. It may have seemed a little rambly, or to me at least it kind of seemed like it was a bit confusing the way I was explaining some stuff just because I know how to do it already, and I was kind of all over the place. So sorry for that, but hopefully it does help. Thanks again to Winking Owl for the idea on this video, and I have wanted to make a video like this explaining how to do it because it is kind of a confusing game, but I appreciate the comment. letting me know that other people would like to see it as well. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, think about hitting that like button. If you want to check out the rest of my channel, there will be a picture of my beautiful face at the end of the video here that you can click on. It'll take you to the rest of my content. And if you enjoyed that, think about hitting that subscription button. You don't have to, obviously. It is free, but ultimately it is up to you. Leave comments down below if this was helpful, or if you want to see more Super Auto Pets on the channel, because I do enjoy this game as well. Or if you do play Super Auto Pets, what are your favorite animals? What's your build that you like to run with? Other than that, really, I got nothing, and hopefully I'll be able to see y'all in the next one. Peace.
At first I said that I love you and you ain't say that shit back. It's kinda hard to just trust you when both your feelings don't match. Got me showing less emotions, I don't wanna get attached. Once I give you my word, I swear it ain't no going back. Once I give you my heart, you better keep that shit intact. Instead of assuming no words, girl, I'm just here stating facts.